What was the United States' role in the Korean War? Imagine a world divided not just by ideology but by a physical line on a map. In the aftermath of World War II, Korea was split into two separate nations. North Korea, supported by the Soviet Union and China, and South Korea, backed by the United States and other Western nations. This division set the stage for a conflict that would draw in global powers and reshape the geopolitical landscape of the region. The Korean War began on June 25, 1950, when North Korean forces crossed the 38th parallel, invading South Korea. This aggressive action prompted a swift response from the United Nations, which sought to restore peace and stability. The United States, as a leading member of the United Nations, played a critical role in this response. President Harry S. Truman quickly committed American military forces to aid South Korea, marking a significant escalation in U.S. involvement in global conflicts during the Cold War. Under the United Nations flag, American troops were part of a multinational force that aimed to repel the North Korean invasion. General Douglas MacArthur was appointed as the commander of the United Nations forces. His strategic planning led to a successful amphibious assault at Inchon in September 1950, which turned the tide of the war in favor of the South. This operation allowed United Nations forces to recapture Seoul and push North Korean troops back across the 38th parallel. However, as United Nations forces advanced into North Korea, the situation escalated further. In October 1950, Chinese forces entered the conflict to support North Korea, leading to a protracted and bloody stalemate. The United States found itself in a challenging position, as it had to balance military objectives with the risk of a broader war with China. Throughout the conflict, the United States provided not only military personnel but also significant resources, including weapons, supplies, and air support. The war saw intense fighting, with heavy casualties on both sides. By the time an armistice was reached on July 27, 1953, the Korean peninsula remained divided, and the conflict had resulted in millions of deaths and widespread destruction. In summary, the United States played a central role in the Korean War as a key member of the United Nations forces, providing military support to South Korea in response to North Korean aggression. The war solidified the division of Korea and set the stage for future tensions in the region, with lasting implications for U.S. foreign policy and military strategy in Asia.